y'all know who this beauty is that's sitting next to me in this box over here to my right? It might be y'all left. I don't know. This is the beautiful, the talented author or authoress, Bryanna Michelle.
Hi
First of all,
guys.
ma'am, let's get into it. Let's just go 24 hours. We must talk.
hmm Okay, we're jumping right in. Period.
We're going right in, ma'am.
Okay.
Miss Arthur, ma'am. Miss Arthur, ma'am. I need more stories. Oh, I listen. The way I flew through that story, I was like, wait a minute, this too quick. This not this. Hold on, I'm not supposed to read this fast. I couldn't put it down.
Listen, what's that sound? It's not enough. Make it enough. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay? That is all I got. And you know what? I love paranormal romance. And I was like, all right, we're just going to dip our pinky toe into it. Not the whole foot. We're not jumping into it. We're just going to do a little dip in the pond. Because I'm like, all right, I like to try new stuff. I'm like, all right, we're gonna see if the girlies are liking it, what the girlies are vibing with. Because for me, I have multi-genre, so I'm like, I gotta find the paranormal girls just in case my regular readers are not paranormal girls. So I was like, all right, we're just gonna do this little 24-hour John. Gave myself a little challenge, and that
Did you succeed? Because over here, you succeeded, ma'am. Cassidy is a whole fool, and I love her.
yeah. Because listen, one thing I and I understand the different archetypes of female main characters in books, but that's what I said. Here is cute, right? But I cannot write about a female main character that's going to get walked all over. It's just it. We're not doing that, and they might be a little crazy, but ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of craziness.
But he said, "Oh, she's speaking my language." He said, hold on. I like the spicy." He said, "Hold on. Oh, she's made for me."
He said, "You say shit on fire." I like that. I like that.
Lucy, listen, Luciano. He said, "I like the foolishness and the mayhem that she bringing to the table."
Mm-hmm. As he should though, because it's like we're stuck with each other. We're fated mates. So what else do we like? You gonna be with me? I'm gonna be with you. Like this
That's
is where we
it.
are.
Get
This
your
is who
life
I
together
am.
because this is what it is. Get your
Absolutely. Okay.
no. He said, "Get your shit together, because you for me and I'm for you." Basically, is
Mm-hmm.
what he said. And
That's
say
not what I'm
something.
playing.
Say something. It was the bathroom
Okay.
scene for me. It was the bathroom scene for me.
Listen, okay. I've read a few books where the girlies get their licks back, and I'm like, damn. I don't know. Like, there's just certain stuff that, like, either I could turn the other cheek or I could get even. You know, and I'm like, okay, how about we get even? And I was like, let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's throw it out there. Let's see what's going on. But still like keep my same flow of like just I guess what I bring to the romance genre because like for me, I'm like, all right, this is new for me. We don't have nothing.
I'm
we
gonna
don't
need. Listen, I know you said this enough, make it enough. Listen, you did that, and I think you can get some more. It's some more characters in this that you can spin off.
oh, okay, I'll tell you a little bit of something, but listen, I'm only going to tell you a little bit of something if y'all will let me do what I got to do, which is let me cook because I got a few series I need to finish. So we got order. We need order in the church, and when we get back over there, when I tell y'all we over there, then we over there. But y'all gotta wait until I tell y'all when we going back over there.
I know,
Would
but
we
you know,
agree?
we so listen. I'm gonna be in the number. I know we thirsty. I know it. I don't be bugging y'all. If I see you, I'll be like, okay, so where that book at? But I try not to go in people's DMs. And if I do go in your DMs, I need something.
You know what? I'm
I
gonna
need
be in the
something.
number. So I actually started working on Landon's story first in the summertime. And it wasn't working. And I was like, okay, I was frustrated. I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just not gonna write a paranormal story. I'm gonna put it down. So his book was actually supposed to come first. And I'm like, but then I got the idea for Maybe I Need You. So then I wrote Maybe I Need You. And I said, okay, maybe we could spin a block on these paranormal people, but not him. And I just got the idea for Cassidy and Luciano. And I was like, you know what? I actually like this better. And I gave myself a challenge because I'm like, okay, let me see if I can write a book like where it takes the story time span is 24 hours. Because I'm like, I'm so like, I love when I'm reading a novelette like Brandon, they has a few novelettes that are very, very short. Um,
Woo!
Aubrey Penn has a novelette that is very, very short. Alexandra House has a novelette that's very short. And I said, how are you guys writing these stories that are 25 pages long, 60, 50 pages long? And why can't I do that? So it was just like a passion project. And I was like, okay, we're going to see if we can do it. Because if we can do it, then we'll put it out. If we can't do it, I won't say nothing about it. And it's going to be what it is. So
I'm just gonna say, you got it.
hey,
You got it.
mm,
You
thank
got
you.
it.
You know, honestly, I don't think there's anything that I can't do. I just need to learn how to do it.
See,
Okay.
there is that's the key. That's the key. I can do it. I just have to figure it out.
Exactly. You know, I'm like, I'm a smart woman. I can figure this shit out because if they can do it, I can do it too. And we did. Thank you, friends. And you know, and we did. And I love it. I read so I usually don't read my books after I release them because I'm usually sick and tired of the story by then. Now, this story was it was a bit of a challenge. Everything is figure outable. Okay? It sure is. So I was in a book club for Tasty Tuesday a couple of days ago with Books and Locks and Darrell and all my girlies over there. And we read the book on live. And I was like, okay, I could either read my book or I could read something else. But I was like, fuck it. We all read my book. I'm also going to read it too. And I was like, you know what? You ate this.
But for real, girl, eight is the word, honey. When I say I devoured this book. Like, okay, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the first book, and then I talked to Darrell. She says, ma'am. She goes, while the first book was wonderful, she said it's good. I'm gonna need you to go read that last book. And I was like, okay. I said, but I wanna go a little deeper. She was like, go read that book. Best decision ever.
Listen, you know, I'm like, okay, Final Way of the Darkness, you know, has my heart, love that story down. And I always just kind of tell people, like, if they're trying to get into my catalog, since it's so diverse, I'm like, okay, what are you in the mood for? Is more so the better question, as opposed to like, what do you like? Because you might like a little bit of everything, just like I like a little bit of everything. So I'm like, okay, what are you in the mood for? You know, we like a little bit of everything over here. It's clear that I'm a fan of a little bit of everything according to the catalog. But I was like, all right, you know, let's just, what are you in the mood for? Because I got a little bit of this, and I got a little bit of that, and you know, if you want something heavy, go over there. But if you want something light, you can go over to, you know, Maybe I Need You. But if you want something a little like dark and a little light, I guess maybe you can go over to the paranormal. Cause
Okay,
like,
so let's go through your catalog. Let's let's
okay,
let's let's start at the beginning and proceed. Teach the class, lady.
okay, so books are back there on the show. Finding My Way Out of Darkness is you gonna cry? Do we get it, Diamond? Please, you might.
I
And that
probably, but you know what? I'm the biggest crybaby. I'm the one that be sliding down all the walls. All of them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then
I'm the
you
one that
probably
slide
will
down
decide
all the
that.
walls.
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to pull out books? You want to see the books, or you want me to just talk
No, I
about
want
them?
you to tell everybody about your catalog so they know where to if what they're feeling. What if they're in this vibe? This is what they need. If they're in this vibe, this is what they need. Let's sell these
Okay.
books.
Now, y'all know that is my favorite thing to do. Okay, here we go. One, two, three.
I mean, like
Okay, I'm
she
ready.
right here. Look, right here with all her stuff.
They're here. They're here. Okay, starting off with my debut novel, Finding My Way Out of Darkness. It is, I like to say, it's a Criminal Minds inspired romance series. You better pull them books out, please. So it is about a FBI agent who has to shut down a sex trafficking ring, and he finds out that his childhood best friend Michaela is one of the girls being trafficked, but she doesn't remember him or the summer that they spent together because she has amnesia. So this is a best friends to strangers to lovers. It's a very emotional story. I don't really shy away from certain topics in the book. So whatever things that you think that a sex trafficking victim will go through, Michaela has been through, and some are is talked about, some is glossed over, and there are some like on page scenes. So please, if you decide to read this book, which you should, it's a romantic suspense. Absolutely read the trigger warnings because I put a lot of thought and care into the trigger warnings. So go read them. But this story is it's a story of unconditional love because that is what Michaela requires. You can find it on my TikTok shop. You can get a signed paperback. But that is what Michaela requires. She needs a man who is going to love her unconditionally because of everything that she's been through. So that is Brian McLean over here in this book. Love him down. He is perfect because that's kind of what you need. If you are someone who's had a rough past, rather whatever that means, whatever that means for you, you need a partner that is very understanding, that is very caring, that's not going to judge you, and that can empathize with you and love you through all of the things, and that is everything. Oh yeah, it is on KU. Absolutely. You need a man that's going to love you through everything, and that is who Brian McLean is in this story for Michaela. So that's the first book. And then we have Finding My Way to You. Finding My Way to You is the second book in the Finding My Way series. Black FBI agents and the black women that they love, black romance. That's what we do over here. Okay, so we have Kendricks, who is in the FBI also, but he also works for Witness Protection program, and when some of the women in the witness protection program go missing, he has to figure out what's going on. But when the person that is targeting them is also targeting him and the love of his life, Phoenix, he has to solve that mystery. This story talks about domestic violence and witness protection program. And Kendricks is, I like to say, he's a tortured soul. He goes through a lot in this book because he's been through a lot. And I wanted to tell a story about a black man having a safe space to land when he's the one who kind of needs a little more love, and he feels like he's not deserving of Phoenix because of his childhood and the things that he's been through. And I feel like I need the girlies to give him a little more love because he's not the typical male main character. Usually our typical male main characters are confident and they're strong and they feel like they can conquer and do everything. And while he does have the BDE and he is overprotective, he is, a little on the insecure side. And not because he doesn't know he's the shit, but because he's been through so much and he hasn't been able to actually deal with his demons from childhood trauma.
I
So that
love
is
that.
that book.
I
Thank
love
you.
that.
Thank you.
I love that you gave him insecurities because not every man is confident. Not every man, sorry, don't have BDE energy, but even though he might be protected, but he has insecure. I love that because it gives him a flaw that's normal. Not every man
That's
is
normal.
strong and confident, and I'm going to conquer the world.
Okay. Okay. Yes. And there is like so many double standards in life, number one, but also in the bookish space where I find that some women don't want to read about it. And that's fine. That's fine on the end that everybody is entitled to read whatever they want to, because I sure as hell read whatever I want to also. But I would like to see more books with male main characters being represented in this way, because it's natural, it's normal. And just like, they don't want the super strong female main character, and she can't be weak, but she also can't be too strong. So I write what I want to write, and I put it out there, and y'all can either rock with it, which I'm very grateful that people do, but I don't typically write what I think that sells or what I think people want to see. I write what I want to see. I write what I want to see. And then here it is, and this is all that I have. Okay.
And it shows depth. So when you can write a character like that, that shows range in depth. Depth. I can't say that word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
I know exactly what you're saying. I know
So
exactly what you're
just know that shows depth in a character. When somebody can write a character that is flawed, but you still love them, she might have got
Listen,
something.
okay, these characters are flawed. Because who can really? They are very, very flawed. And speaking of flawed characters, here is we going through the catalog, y'all. We going through the catalog. Okay, Remember Us This Christmas. Remember Us This Christmas is about a divorced couple, and they divorced due to the female main character having some mental health issues after she loses her twin sister. So this talks about mental health and grief, and there are I can't. So I wanted to write. Usually when we're reading second chance romance and it's between a divorced couple, usually they divorce because of something that the male main character did, or he's almost always the problem. And when I'm talking about this book, I do. People will ask like, "What did he do?" And I'm like, "He's actually not the problem. Like he's not the problem. It's she was the problem." So this book, they Jameson, the male main character, convinces his ex-wife to spend 3 days with him in a cabin, and they work through all of their issues, emotionally and physically. So it's a very cute book, but it's okay. It's little, but it's heavy because of the topics and the themes that are in it. But I really wanted to talk about write a story about what happens when we let grief really take control of us,
Ooh.
and we lose every ounce of ourselves. Like, she loses herself in motherhood, she lost herself in her marriage, she loses herself, in her job, and she's really like picking up the pieces and having to reconnect to those that she drifted apart from during her grief, which a lot of people grieve in that way. They shut out the world, they shut everybody else out. They don't want to talk to nobody, they don't want to see nobody. And, in a way, it's selfish, because when you grieve that way, oftentimes you're not the only person that's affected by that loss. There's usually lots of people that are affected by the loss, but sometimes we can only really think about ourselves. And we're not thinking about how our actions are causing other people to feel, because it's the people around her that gets hurt because of her grief, even though the grief is affecting her, but it's affecting other people because they also loved her sister too, if that makes sense. Okay, what else we got?
I'm gonna let you continue to talk, but something going on with this dog out here, and I need to go check. Keep going.
Okay, okay. As the dog mama understand, he's actually quiet right now, laying down. Okay, then we have Maybe I Need You. This was my first, I would say my first light contemporary romance. This is a fake dating sports romance between a soccer player, and he needs a fake girlfriend. Well, he needs to clean up his act in the media, and his idea is to get a fake girlfriend, because why clean up our act when we can just go and find love? Like, let's just get a fake girlfriend. Let's just do what we need to do for the tabloids, and I can keep my job and everything can be cool. But this is a really, really cute story. Okay, thank you. This is a really cute story. It's fun, it's light, and we got a soccer player, a black soccer player. Again, I like to write about my folk. I like to write about things that I don't often see, and I know that there are probably maybe a handful of black soccer player romances. So in the Undeniably in Love series, we have our soccer player Grayson Matthews and his brother's book, which actually drops this month at the end of the month. Maybe I Love You. He's a professional golfer. So these are their triplets, the Matthew boys, and we have Grayson, who's the youngest, Donovan, who's the oldest, and Braylon, who is the middle child. They're black, they're famous, they're celebrities, and they rich as fuck. You know, and we love that. We love that. What else do we have? And then we have 24 Hours. Got 24 Hours, my first paranormal romance, where a sassy she wolf gets with her ex boyfriend's uncle, who happens to be her favorite mate. So yeah, that's my catalog. Very very proud to write books that people enjoy, that I enjoy. Hey girl, and I love it over here. You know, I love it over here.
Okay, so when did you fall in love with writing?
So I started writing back in 2014, really like 2013, on a little app called Wattpad. For those who are not familiar with Wattpad, it is an app where writers can go on and write their own books for free. Well, when I started on there, it was for free. You go on there and you write any kind of story that you want, and there's readers on there that will read it. It was kind of like Kindle. And as you write the books and you upload the chapter by chapter, people are over there and they're reading it. So that's when I first fell in love with actually like writing romance. I wrote. I've always journaled, so I've always been a person who's like, I need to get my feelings out of my head and onto paper. Writing is my best way of expressing myself. So yeah, I've been writing for about 10 years now, give or
When did you
take.
know though? When did you know that you was like, hey, I got something. This is a career
Mm,
for me.
listen, I love that. I listen to other my other author friends, and they were like, "Yeah, I knew I was going to do this in seventh grade." That was not me. I actually didn't want to do this. I wanted to go. I used to professionally dance, ballet, hip hop, jazz, all of the things, and I wanted to be one of Beyonce backup dancers. That was my goal. I wanted to be in Sierra, as a professional choreographer. Put me on stage with Beyonce. Put me up there with Cece. Whoever I need to see, let me go over there.
I'm
But
not
you know,
laughing at you, but you was very specific. I wanted to be a background dancer for say
yeah,
for Beyonce.
yeah, yes. Because not listen, we're not just gonna be a backup there for anybody. We need to be making money. Okay, we need to be
That
getting
part.
paid for our for our talents. Okay. So I being a girl from Philly who, we ain't had no money for that. So my mom was like, "Hey, you need to. We don't. I can't afford to send you to school to get your dance degree. So you can either, you can pick up a trade, or you can take a year off, or you can go to community." And I was like, "Okay, well, I mean, I did start this little book on Wattpad, so maybe I can, maybe I can go to school for that." So it was kind of like writing was supposed to be my backup plan. But once the pandemic hit and I physically couldn't go to dance classes anymore, and it was just like, okay, I sat down and I had a conversation with my family, because I think I got my mom to read. There was a couple years ago, probably like 7 at this point, on Facebook there was like a challenge, like write a short story challenge. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna write a little something. And writing wasn't really something that I like told my friends that I was doing. Like, nobody knew, only my mom. And my family may have like heard about it very briefly, but it wasn't a thing that I was telling people, because it really wasn't something that I like really wanted to do, because I'm very determined and very persistent. If it's not clear by these books that I have, like, when I want to do something, I'm going to do something. So I was like laser focused, tunnel vision on being a dancer. And once I, talked to my family during the pandemic, and my mom was like, "Well, whatever happened to that story you started writing in college?" And I'm like, "Girl, I don't know where that story at. I'm not thinking, I'm not thinking about that book." And she was like, let your aunt read it. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I sent it to my aunt. She was like, "Oh my God, this is good. You know, I think you should really, give this a try. You need to go and pray and ask the Lord to give you the passion that you have for dance, to give you that passion for writing, because you really have a gift here. And I was like, all right. I mean, I guess, I'm not really dancing anymore. Like, it was like, if this dance thing don't work out, all right, I can go pick up a pen or something and see what's going on. So it really wasn't until 2019 that I actually really took it serious, and I released my very first book, which is the first version of Finding My Way Out of Darkness, in 2021. So if you've been following me for a very, very long time, I think I've been on this app since like 2022, something like that. But again, I didn't know how to market the book. And so nobody even knows that this is the first edition of the story, which is fine. So yeah,
I looked, and it said out of print.
oh, you look, it is out of print.
It said out of
You'll
print.
never, you'll never see it. I don't even know why it's still online, because why is this still up there? But you know what? This was me taking a chance on myself, and I'm proud that I even did it, because it took from what 2014 to 2021 for me to actually take it serious, because I kept stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting. And I would say the biggest lesson that I learned is that just take the chance, take a chance and do it, and believe in yourself enough to be like, all right, girl, we're gonna actually do this thing that we've been holding on for a very, very long time.
I was going to ask you that. That was one of my questions I wanted to ask you. What was
So,
the biggest thing what was the thing that you learned about being an author? What was most important to you besides
well,
taking a chance?
yeah, I've listened. I'm a yapper, so I got more than that. I got more than just that. But I would say the biggest lesson is writing what you want to write. I see so many authors come online and they're like, oh, I want to, or like just people like in my inbox, oh, I want to write this, but I don't know if people will like it, or I want to do this, but I don't know. And it's like, number one, you're never going to find out if you don't do it. But
True.
number two, I don't think that we should do things that we think people are going to like. I think that more people should do the things that they want, and then allow people to be like, damn, I like this. I didn't even know I liked this. I didn't even know that I was interested in this. Like, I feel like when we live our lives for other people, it shows in the way that we show up. It shows in a way that the books are written. It just shows. And as a former people pleaser, I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. I don't have the mental capacity to do that anymore. It is so draining, trying to make yourself a version of different people every single time. So if someone says like, hey, I want a dark romance book where the female main character is, I don't know, a ballet dancer, and the male main character is in a mafia. Actually love that idea, by the way. But you didn't actually, but you didn't really want to write that story. You was like, oh, I saw somebody say I want a story like that. So now I need to write a story like that. But like, where's the passion behind it? I feel like a lot of there's no passion in the projects that are written for trends, in my personal opinion. Because how can you really be passionate about something that you don't actually really believe in yourself? You're just writing it because you're like, all right, people gonna buy it.
But do you
And
feel the same way when, like, for instance, for me, when I was like, I need more of 24 hours. I need 36 hours. Maybe I need 48 hours.
so
You know
no,
what I mean?
because
Does that feel like,
I mean,
is
so
that
I think
pressure?
no, it's not pressure, because oftentimes I'm a serious girl. So unless I say the book is a standalone, there's always going to be another book in said series. So for me, I'm always thinking above and beyond. But if that's not something that I wanted to do, I'd be like, oh no, I ain't got no more for you. So I don't think that it's pressure. I think that it's great. Like, I love that people are like, hey, I want more from these people. Hey, I want more from these couples. And I think there's nothing wrong with people saying like, hey, I want to see this from you. But if you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Because if you're not going to put your all into it, it's basically what I'm saying, then don't do it. Hopefully I answered
I
that
just want you
correctly.
did. I just want you to tell the people in the back because they be confused.
You know what I
I
mean?
get it.
And I think, I maybe other people feel, differently about it. And of course, I respect everybody's decision. Because there's a time and space for, like, marketable things, and from a marketing standpoint, like, okay, books that do well versus books that don't do well. But I don't know, because then, like, you read the books that are like marketable in Barnes and Noble and it's given pretty mediocre.
Right.
It's not necessarily giving what you would want it to give.
But that's the thing. I that's the thing that we've been grappling about because I have a lot of conversations with Shannon. I have a lot of conversations with Storm. We have a lot of conversations on text message and in Geneva about the difference between when you're forced to write something and you put in a box, and then when you're just unleashed and you can just write how you want.
Yes, which is why I became an indie author, because I'm like, I wasn't on Kindle. I didn't have a Kindle. I didn't even know you can download the Kindle app and read the books that were on there. So I had no idea where the, like, black authors were the black indie authors, when I published my first book. So I was reading, like, some trad books, and I mean, it was cool. It was a vibe, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like the pen game and the indie author space is just very it's very different.
Very
And
different. And you can tell though. That's the thing. As a
yeah,
reader, you can tell when you're being boxed. You can tell, like, I've it's some of our favorite writers, and it just drives me fucking bananas. I'm sorry that they keep repeating the same stuff over and over again. Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to unleash the way
yeah,
that I know that you can unleash because you did it when you were indie.
right. And I think that, like, when it comes to that, is, you know I'm not in that space, so I don't really know exactly, but I have queried before, and I know that, like, they don't they don't want. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to take a special kind of agent, a special kind of publishing company to really, really, like, back up a special kind of story, if that makes sense. Because, like, a new idea, because they're like, when you're querying, they want to see, like, do you have books that are comparable to books that are already in the market? Because they want to make sure that the book that you're writing is can be similar to another book, and that it's going to actually sell when they put it on the shelf. But, like, which is cool, but then how often are we actually taking a chance on something that's new and bringing something different to the scene and to the market?
Okay, so case in point, when I interviewed Jacquel J, she said
Mm-hmm.
that she queried Capone and Capadonna.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna keep repeating this because I know them publishers need to be fired because they
They
said no.
and you know what? They missed out on that series. I adore that series. I adore Jaquel. And there's no reason why that series shouldn't be on the shelves. Because, I mean, I've read plenty of urban fiction books, street lit books from back in the day. Ones, and I haven't read a lot of the, like, traditional ones nowadays, but, like, True to the Game and The Millionaire's Mistress, like, all of those, and, Every Thug Needs a Lady, like, all of those books, those they were giving us different things in those books. We weren't reading the same story over and over and over again, and that's why they were so amazing. But I feel like now there's such this, like, you have to kind of be like everybody else, and it actually really sucks. It sucks because it's like, damn, I know that I have this, like, amazing story that can go so far, But like, if y'all don't give me a chance, it just is what it is. Like, you know.
But it pisses me off when I mean that is the downside of literature, for, especially for Black authors, Black indie authors. It's not that you can't get your stuff in the stores because your stuff is just as good as everybody else. I've gone into I've gone into several Black owned bookstores and they will not put in indie authors. And I was like, well, why? You're missing a coin.
Mm-hmm. I
They not all of them are on KU. Not all of them are those type of books. But if you're like what's the name of that dang on publishing company? I mean printing press. What is it? Not KU, it's the other one. That goes automatically to the Library of Congress and it's more expensive.
Ingram Sparks.
Yes.
Okay.
You can order if you have your books printed through Ingram Sparks. Why you can't put this in your store?
Listen, there are a few famous bookstores, well-known bookstores over here in Philly, and I have tried to get my books in there, and nobody responds back to emails. They don't some indie bookstores do not want to support indie authors, and it's very unfortunate. So that's why I love those that do, those that make a point to do so. But it's like, you would think that both of us should be like, all right, we indie over here, we indie over here. Let's be indie in the middle, and we can all be indie together. You know, like, I don't know, just it's really strange behavior, if you ask me. And it is disheartening because it's like, there's no reason why we all shouldn't just be, like, lifted up. Like, what's I and they don't understand how much more money they would be bringing into the stores if they put indie books in there, because indie books are selling, if not more than trad books.
And that's the issue. I, there, I'll be so frustrated because really, I go hard for y'all. When I go, like when I'm going to this bookstore on Saturday, I look.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have an African American section who's in here? Where do you have more books by them if they're traditionally published? These are questions that I literally ask.
Mm-hmm.
What about independent authors? Is do you have any of those? I don't, I've read
They'd be
those.
like, well, no, we don't really, or excuse me, they have to be on Ingram first. I listen, child. I
Because first of all, let me tell you something. When Product of the Streets came out, we got a Union City about 20 minutes from my front door.
okay.
And I was on my way because I messaged E Bowser. I was like, so is Union City in California? Because I'm on my way. He was like, no, fool, that was made up. No, no, it's here. But we have one of the oldest bookstores in Oakland. And I'm not going to call its name. Y'all can Google it.
Oh,
And I said, and I know that for a fact that she printed through Ingram Sparks. I said, do you guys have Product of the Streets here? I would like to get a set. Oh no. Like it was a taboo thing. I was like, ma'am, do you know how much money you're missing? How can you get the community to read if there's nothing in there that interests them?
hmm. I don't understand it. There's one bookstore when I went to Houston for the Bougie Book Tour. My friend Crystal took me, and of course, I think it's Kindred. That bookstore is the black owned bookstore. I think that's what it's called. I'll fact check. But we went, And I was pleasantly surprised because it was black owned, but they also had like half of the books in there were by indie authors. I got Product of the Streets in there. I got what else did I get in there? I got Natasha's trad book. I got the Only for the Week, but I think that was like it had just came out
Mm-hmm.
trad
Mm-hmm.
around it, something like that. I got but it felt good to look on the shelves and see not only the contemporary indie romance books, but also the dark romance books and the urban fiction books. And I said, okay, this is what we want to see, because not only do we want to see indie authors, but we want to see some diversity also within the indie author space. Like if you're going to put indie author books in the stores, I feel like there should be some of multiple genres, because why not? You know, I don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why not? You know, why not?
I
But
mean, I would go buy it. So,
that's what I'm saying. I think I was having a field day in there, and I went home with mini books because I said, okay, I want to support these authors and buy these books
and support
here
these
in the
stores.
bookstore and support the stores. And if they see that you're buying these books when you go to the store, they'll order more. So if you see, books in the stores by indie authors and you're like, hey, damn, I've been wanting to get this book off of Amazon, or I've been wanting to get it from the author, it might be a little bit pricier at the bookstore. It might be a little bit pricier. But it does help tremendously when you decide to buy it at the store, because it's like, okay, now there's a demand for these books. So now we can place more orders. Because, from a business standpoint, I get it slightly. Like, you got to make sure you're going to be making money. But, like, if you don't give it a chance, you won't know if you're making money. Hey, y'all. And it's just like more authors deserve chances, Like,
But if you guys are not in communication with your authors, you have to communicate. You have to be in communication with your readers. You have
hmm,
to know what's going on in the industry, because it's not only trad books that are in there, it is also independent authors, and they are taken off by storm.
we are pretty amazing.
You guys are. You guys are. And but no, that's no lie. You guys are amazing. And what I will say is, when I first started reading, so I'm a little older. I'm a little bit more seasoned than most.
Okay.
Um, but when I started reading Quan,
Okay.
Ashley Antoinette. Well, when she was writing with Ashley and Jaquavis,
Okay.
I was reading Treasure Hernandez. I was reading Wahida Clark,
Hmm.
and then on top of that, I was reading Mary Monroe, Connie Briscoe. I've been
Hmm.
reading a long time.
And we love that.
I've been reading a long time, so it's
Hmm.
not that um, I'm new. I'm new to this. I'm not.
You
I might
truly
be
are.
new to indie authors, and
Hmm.
I found when I came to Book Talk, I found a whole more up, and I was like, hold on,
Where
and
y'all been at?
I cannot get from over here.
Listen, I can't even tell you the last time I read a trad book, and not because, excuse me, I don't want to support our black trad authors. It's just I'm I'm stuck over here in indie author land, having the best time over here in
Doing
India.
cartwheels, uh, blowing the little what you call them little things. It's all over the place. I'm just saying,
A
blowing
little
flower rose
confetti.
petals. I'm throwing rose petals. I'm rolling
Yeah.
out the red carpet. I'm just saying, it is great over here, and you see how um you guys are, I mean, not the I'm talking about publishers and bookstores are not keeping y'all down. Y'all doing what y'all got to do, and I applaud you.
Thank you.
I
Listen,
applaud you. So let me ask you some questions. We're gonna get off the thing. We're gonna talk about you. You ready?
okay, I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Yes. So um what are the ingredients? to a good character?
Mm. Okay. Every good character, they need a backstory. Like, why is the character the way that they are? What have they gone through? Who are the people in their lives that, help mold them into who they are? Um, I also think a good character needs a good heart. If we now maybe it's just me, I'm a little picky. I don't want to read about no nasty character who got a nasty spirit, a nasty disposition. I need, like, why are we this way? Where is the fun in this? Where is the good vibes in this? I personally think, well, okay, because we do need villains. We need villains. But
You need villains, but you need somebody to balance it.
okay, yes, we need somebody to balance it. And then we also, I feel like also good characters need a journey, because where are we going? Are we the same person throughout the entire story? Like, what's our drive? What's our passion? What's happening? Why am I reading this book? Why am I invested in who you are as a character if you're not really giving me much to invest in? Those are my answers.
That's a oop for me.
Ooh, my
That's a whoop
bad.
for me. Okay. What is one thing that you will always include in your books?
Ooh, the Lord.
The Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. Wait,
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had. Oh, I got a hat.
Where you had at?
I don't have a church hat, but I got a hat. Hold on. I don't know what's that. Oh, I got a hat. I got a hat. I got a hat. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. In preparation for next week,
Come on.
I got a hat.
Period. Come on. Cause where them fans at? Bam.
And I
Bam.
don't have the fan. I gotta go buy a fan tomorrow.
Get your
So,
fans.
but still, for that,
Mm-hmm.
tell the people. Just tell them. Just
Okay.
tell them.
So,
You tell the people because I'm about sick of talking to them.
oh, I do not write Christian romance, but my characters do know the Lord. At least one of them will. Whether it's the female main character or the male main character, one of them will love the Lord. One of them will be a praying folk, and that's just who we are. And even in 24 hours, if you notice, I didn't mention nothing about a moon goddess. I said fate, and fate was the umbrella for the Lord. Because there, for me, I um I wouldn't be able to write these books without it. So I'm just like, without him. So I'm like, listen, y'all gonna get a little bit of Jesus. I need just a little bit of Jesus to help me along the way, and so do my characters. So that's what's gonna be in my books.
Amen.
And you
Amen.
know,
And
it's
amen.
not, and I don't have any plans to stop. You know, and it's not overpowering. Oftentimes, you probably won't even really pay attention to it. It's just enough to get the girlies going, unless it's really pivotal to the story. So in the Finding My Way series, because of the journey that these characters go through, they need just a lot of Jesus and to help them along their ways. So yeah. Oh, thank you. I got it from Five Below.
You know what? While we here having fashion choices, I'm still loving the talk. Okay. Let's talk about how you write. What are three
Okay.
things that you have to have in order to write?
Okay. I need a good playlist. I need a good playlist because playlist is music is usually where the story starts for me. So I love music. If I'm listening to a song, I'm able to really kind of like see the scenes play out in my head, and I'm like, ooh, this would be perfect. So I'm like, I'm thinking about my next story, which I'm not talking about yet, but I'm thinking about my next story, and as I'm listening to music, I'm like, ooh, this would be good for this couple. This would be good to go on this playlist. So I need a good playlist. I need sleep. I am not someone who can manage well when she's tired. Being tired does not work for me. Like I have such highs and lows. I'm real moody. Like I'm a moody girl at heart. Like not just a mood reader. We're a moody person. If I'm tired, I cannot physically force myself to be um creative. It's time to go to bed. And I need a snack because I also don't do well when I'm hungry. I don't remember to often stop writing to eat like a full meal, but I will have a snack. Those are my things. Mm-hmm.
All right, all right, all right. Um, are you an outliner or are you a pantser?
Put me in the middle. Put me in the middle. I often try. So I've been getting better with my outlines as the books and as the years progress. So I will try to. I'll outline with like a character list as much as I know about the characters beforehand, even if it's just like their age, excuse me, their characteristics and their problems and issues. But once I get stuck and I'm like, okay, I have no idea what else I need to write, I just start writing. And then when I don't know where to go, I go back to the outline. And then we hop back and forth like that. It's a little chaotic,
But
but it works.
but it's your way.
It is my way.
Your way
Okay.
may
Because
not be everybody's way, but your way may
and
work for somebody. Ooh,
okay, because
bars.
but yeah, drop the mic because I don't like when I find that like sometimes people are writers are outlining and they're like, okay, well I didn't finish my outline and I can't write, and it's like, but what if you what if you just attempt to write even just a little bit, maybe just go off of what you have in your outline so far, and then the more you sit with those characters you'll be able to add more to the outline and add more to the story. So usually that's why I'm like I do both, because once I'm like feel like I'm stuck with the outline, sometimes I just need to write and then I go back and switch it if it's necessary, and oftentimes it is necessary.
Do you read and watch reviews?
Okay, let me get a little sip of water for this one. Now, my friend, my dear friend who's still on here, Bella J, has been getting me more open to the idea of looking at reviews. I okay. It depends on where I am mentally with the story and with myself at the time. So for 24 hours. I've been over there. I've been over there looking at the reviews. And I said, okay, we ain't got no bad reviews yet. That's cool, fine, well, and dandy. But if I do get some, which I'm sure I will, um, it'll just be what it is because I gave that story everything I had. So I think I just it depends. Like if I'm feeling like, oh, I don't know about this book and I'm questioning, like and I'm feeling a little insecure that week, I'm not going over there reviews because then I'm just gonna get my feelings hurt. Like if I'm already in my feelings and I go look at reviews, I'm not gonna go look at reviews because then it's just gonna be even worse. So I do, but
Okay,
I
well,
don't
that's
ever act like
fair.
it.
That's
Yeah,
fair. You
I
still
want
have
to
to
hear the good.
maintain your mental health.
I want to hear the good stuff. I want to hear the good stuff. I want to see that the people are picking up on, the little things that I put into each story because, like we want to know that our art is being perceived in the way that we intended. So we want to see the good things. We don't know. Y'all know I don't want to see the bad things. So if I go over there, maybe I just don't click on the threes and under. I just stay in the fives and the fours. I stay where the sun is.
I love it. So,
Hmm.
how was the experience watching readers read your book live?
Girl, I was like, all right, these are my girls over here. So I know this is cool. This is a safe space. But it was it was also nerve wracking because I was like, okay, what part y'all want? Are y'all enjoying? I mean, they were very vocal, so I already knew that they were enjoying it. But it was nerve wracking. But I probably and I said that to them. I'm like, I wouldn't have been able to do this with just like anybody. Like the boundaries are very. I love them. Y'all cool. We're girls, so I already know I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt over here. And if you come across something that you don't like or that you hate, I know that you ain't gonna be like,
We're not gonna
oh, I
blast you
hate
out.
this part.
We'll send you a
You
message.
know,
We're not gonna blast you
yeah,
out.
listen, they ain't gonna say nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing. Or it'll be in a in a hee hee ha ha way or whatever the case may be where it's a little more
It's not
digestible. But
daunting.
it's not daunting, okay? Because I'm very big on my boundaries. If y'all are reading my books and you want to kiki with me about it, my DMs are open. But that's only if you're enjoying it because it's not going to make me feel good to know that you're not. And it's just going to mess up the rest of my day. Like, to be like, you know what? I hate this book. What you want me to do about it? You want me to take the book down and rewrite it? Or, like, what am I going to do with the fact that you hated the book?
Or if you don't like it, write your own. Ooh,
Yes.
I won't say
Yes.
that, did I?
Because you know what? I write what I want to see. So if you're reading books and you tired of reading all this crap and all the books that you were reading is bad, maybe you just really have a writer author spirit and you really want to do it, then go ahead and do it, Boogie. And we will support you. And
Well,
we will hand clap for you. I'll share it.
you're sharing by yourself. I'm petty. Call me Petty Betty.
Listen. You know, I
Sorry.
am also I am also petty, child, but I'm a brand. So I can
And
only
as you should. I am
I
not.
know.
I mean, I am, but listen. I am a brand. However,
Mhm.
I know how to do things classy.
Mhm.
I just won't respond.
Yeah. Listen,
And if I
absolutely.
respond, it's in private until you take it
Mhm.
public. Mm.
Period. Yeah, listen. Because if you come to my DMs and you hit me with I hate this book, now I have the free right to tell you how I feel about what you just told me. So to make sure all is well in the Lord, just don't come over there because I tell it to you, I'm not nice. I'm kind. Nice people get walked all over. I don't like being walked over. So just to keep it cool, keep it keep it brief. Let's just
To
take
keep it cute, just keep it mute.
mhm.
Bars.
Take it to the space where it allows for that. Because I went to the Boozy book tour and a reader came up to me and usually, what I tell you guys online is what I tell people in person. She bought a book. I said, okay, I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, you can tag me in the review, whatever the case may be. If you enjoy it, is the key word. She's like, well, I said, if you don't enjoy it, I'm like, I don't need to know. It's fine, but you can go and leave a review on Amazon, yada, yada, yada. She's like, oh, you need to know. I said, no, I don't. I said, no, I don't need to know. And I'm still smiling because I'm having a good time. Vibes is vibing. I lied. This wasn't a Bougie book tour. This is in for the Urban Book Expo in Chicago. And she was like, no, but like it's I'm gonna tell you. And I said, so if I said, so you're just gonna disrespect my boundary? If I say I don't wanna know if you don't like it, you gonna tell me anyway? So cause then I'm not smiling no more. She like, oh well no, no, no. Okay. I said, well, thank you. Because at this point, girl, take your money back, give me back my book, and I'm gonna
Well,
go
move
into.
along. And just move along. If
I'm
this
gonna
is
send
not
it
for
to somebody
you,
else.
then don't.
Cause now you about to piss me off, and I don't want to be pissed off. I'm actually having a good time. I'm in a good mood, but again, I am moody, so I can go from having a great time to not.
And that's
And
probably why I should never be an author because
and this is
I'm not so nice. I'm nice until I'm not. I'm nice until you
mm-hmm.
make me not be nice. So let's
Mhm.
just keep it PG, keep it cute, keep it mute.
Mhm.
If you feel like you need to say something, there's a way to say something.
Mhm.
Email me. How about that? And I can choose to respond or not.
Yeah.
Because I'm great at
Yeah.
writing
Or
email.
you know.
My email is
Yeah. Don't email me.
yeah. She said don't email me.
Don't email me. Don't message me. Don't tag me in it. You can leave it in on Amazon or Goodreads, and I'm sure that I'll see it, and and that'll be cool, and that'll be that,
And see, and there
and
is
that's it.
how people deal with their stuff. So respect the boundaries. That's it. That's it.
Hmm.
Um,
But I never had no problems. We've been chill. Other than that, in person, but
listen,
she got it
I
together.
didn't have no problems. I've never had a problem with an author. That's a lie. I've never had a problem with an author unless you came for me. Not that you came for me in a bad way, but if I'm clearly saying this is how I handle business, these damn puzzle pieces get on my nerves. Um,
Girl.
if I clearly say this is how I handle business, these are my office hours. You're more than welcome to communicate with me in writing.
Hmm.
Then that's what I'm expecting you to do if you're a business person. Um,
Absolutely.
because for me, if I'm out of line and I write something out of line, then you have proof.
Hmm. Very true.
But if you don't communicate with me and you want to take it up with me, like I've said, I've had some issues with some people on here, you know, and I feel like some people are scammers and things like that. And
Okay.
but and I'm not going to talk about that, but again, I've had my issues, but I also feel like okay, is it really is it I've said what I had to say and then that's it. Now, if we want to have a further conversation, we can. I'm not scared at all.
Period. And you already heard
But
what she said.
but just know that I fight in I fight for authors like you,
Thank you.
authors like uh RK Renton,
Mhm.
authors like Bella J. I fight for y'all. When people ask me for Rex, these are the books that I'm recommending.
And we appreciate you.
And so
We really do.
don't come to me like someone said, oh, do you only read black? Absolutely. Yes. You don't
Hmm.
know. I don't. I don't find myself in there. I don't enjoy it. No. I'm very direct. So let's, it's a way to communicate with people. You
Yeah.
say what you have to say. If you have something that you need from me, send me an email. If you can't send me an email, send me a DM. That would be the way to communicate.
Yes. Honestly, me and Bella talk about this all the time. I need the girlies to, if we're doing business, let's do business. What's your name? So earlier,
Hello.
I
Start with
told Bella,
hi.
I said, yeah, I got my interview with Nicole. It's gonna be so much fun. I said, and I love that she tells us her name. I said because how we supposed to conduct business and I don't even know your real name or your profession or whatever name you go by, but Cookie with the Blue Books, babe. I need to I need to know what's going on. I didn't know what's going on. So I can know how to address you. So I can know how to, like,
Not
come
cooking
on.
with the bluebirds. I'm hollering.
Come on. But on this on this serious note, guys, if you guys want to, schedule interviews with authors or me personally, I do prefer emails. That way, I get so many DMs and notifications. It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. Sometimes I'd be forgetting to respond. But that email right there, I'm ready to go. I check my emails very faithfully. And when you come over, please introduce yourself and, keep it cute. And that's it.
Okay. I have a question for you. And I
Okay.
think this is a good time to ask it.
Okay.
What would your readers be shocked to know about you?
Mm.
Anything at all.
Anything at all. Okay. I was born with an extra finger.
Really?
Look at you.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I mean, I'm
You
not
get the
judging.
you get
I'm just
shot.
shocked.
Shot. Shot. Very shocked. Here we go. Here's the little indicator.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Just an extra finger to write with. Sorry.
One more typing finger. Just a little bit. Really?
But yes, I
See?
often, yeah, very shocked, very shocked. I couldn't think of nothing bigger shocker than that.
But it's not a judgy thing. It's just I
Yeah,
didn't know. Okay.
yeah.
All
Put that on
right.
my phone facts.
I don't know if I have anything else that people will be shocked to know about me. I mean, I'm sure it is, but I'm pretty much an open
Yeah,
book.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like I'm pretty much like personality wise. What you see is what you get. So how I show up here is how I show up in my real life relationships. Um, So I don't know how else to shock y'all. That's all I got.
I asked my dad, I said, "What would you be shocked to know about me?" And I told him. He said, "Everybody knows you're a workaholic. Everybody know you won." Oh, I can tell you something. I don't know. Some people might know this, but I've been gray since I was 16. Bam.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Shocked. Really? How did you feel about that?
It wasn't my whole head. It was like a patch right here.
Ooh.
So I've been my father had a widow's peak right
Mm-hmm.
here, and it was small until he probably turned 70. But I probably became full gray at maybe 46, 47.
Yeah, I know that grade was eating down because it eats down
Mm-mm.
now.
Mm-mm. No, I
Yeah,
don't. I
you
feel like I sometimes I feel like right now I don't feel like I look old. But sometimes, some days, I be like, oh, Grandma Sarah, we got to do something about this.
no, I listen.
Mm-mm.
There's this creator, and she listen. A lot of the young girlies have been rocking the gray
I know, but
hair.
it's bought.
I know, but like that's what I'm saying.
Mine ain't
It's
bought. Mine
it's
look like
natural.
no. Mine look like your great grandma's head. Listen,
Okay.
I feel like my natural hair
Mhm.
sometimes it give old vibes. So,
Okay.
but because I made a deal, that's another shocking thing. I made a deal with my cousin not to dye my hair.
Okay. Mm.
And,
How old was you when you
you
made the
see,
deal?
I had to
How long
breathe
ago was
heavily.
this?
That's something shocking about me.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
question, question. What's too far for you when writing? What when would you say I would absolutely not write that? That's too far.
What's too far? Okay. I feel like why choose is too far. And I'm going to sound so hypocritical when saying this because I read why choose and I love why choose down. But I feel like the Lord is going to strike me down if I put pen to paper on a why choose.
Really?
I don't know.
Now that
I
is
feel, I
shocking.
don't know. That I don't know why. Like I feel like morally, and maybe this is like church culture drilled into my brain because I read why I choose and I love why I choose down, but I just feel like it's just not for me to write.
Okay.
Yeah, for now, cause that could very
It
much
can
change. But
change.
I was just thinking about that the other day though. I was like, what? I'm like, I really want to write a why I choose, but you just feel convicted about certain things. I feel like the conviction would be very, very, very
But maybe
strong.
that's God
Like,
talking to you, saying,
so I said,
no.
we gonna sit this one out, Bookie.
Hmm.
We gonna sit that one out, and that's, you know, now I gotta follow my convictions. I guess gotta be obedient. So yeah, why choose would be too far for me to write, unfortunately. Because I read it all day long, so it's very weird to explain.
It's weird to me that you don't because, but again, I'm looking for my notebook because I have a question I wrote down. I have a question I wrote down for you. Um, yeah, that's shocking to hear. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
as an author, describe your
Mm-hmm.
first pinch me moment.
Mm.
See, look, I did some digging.
Pinch me. I would say I got author recognized in real life. Where was I at? I was in my neighborhood. I was at work. And I'm a nanny. I be watching kids, child. So I was at work and I went to the library, same library that I've gone to multiple times. And one of the librarian was like, and I've seen this girl all the time, like call to her, like, hey, I work in the suburbs, so when I see my folk, I would, make sure I speak to my other my kinfolk. So I was like, oh, hey girl, whatever, blah blah blah. And then I came back up to ask her a question about something, and she was like, "Is this you?" And then she pulled up the flyer from the Black Romance Book Fest, and I said, "Oh yeah, girl, that's me." And I was like, "Oh snap!" She was like, "Oh my gosh, I wanted to go to that event," and then we had a nice long conversation of how she's writing her first book and wants to be trad, and we were talking about marketing and writing and being an author. So yeah, it was very cool. I said, okay, hold on, I
Are
must
you a
be
gatekeeper?
somebody.
Are you a gatekeeper?
No, no,
Is
ma'am.
that? Let me ask you. Let me tell you why I'm asking that. I'm saying that
Okay.
because we get the stigma. Well, we y'all get the stigma that y'all be gatekeeping.
No, actually, I'm actually the opposite of gatekeeping. I'm here. Go. I'm the open field. Always got the information for the people. Somebody asked me. I think somebody just asked me earlier about who did my covers. I cover information, writing software, marketing tips, like all of the things. I'm always sharing information. Like I went to when I went to Houston and got to meet all of the amazing authors there. We were talking about marketing, and I just for me, I just feel like I live in my own little bubble, and I don't necessarily know who sees my content versus who don't. So when people are like, "Oh, girl, we be seeing you dance all over TikTok, and we love your content, and I don't know how you do it, and all of those things," and I was like, "Oh, snap, okay, hey, y'all." But that turns into a conversation of, "Oh, you can try it like this, or you can try marketing your books like that," and yada 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 yada. Like, yeah. So no, I don't gatekeep because there was so much that I didn't know within that 2 years of when my first book came out versus when I rewrote Finding My Way Out of Darkness. Like I was just lost in the sauce. And I wish that I had people who helped me. And I did have people that I could go to later on, but like it was that first time of me writing the book was very like isolating because I didn't know anything and I didn't know anybody in the space. Thank you, girl. Thank you. So
Well,
yeah, no, I never gatekeep,
but then
child.
the reason why I asked that is because I know you don't. I be
Right.
looking. I be looking. I be watching. I might not say nothing, but I be watching. I know you don't, and that's why I want people to take that stigma away from y'all because it's not
Yeah.
about gatekeeping. We are a community over here. We be over here. Listen, I know I don't know everything about TikTok and interviewing. I'll be like Storm XYZ, Shannon. How do you do this? Look, Shannon, my website. Hey, Lewis, I got questions. I got this idea. I,
Ask
and
me.
y'all respond. So
Yeah, absolutely.
stop with the stigma of the gatekeeping. It is not a, it's not a thing. And if it is
It
a
is
thing,
not.
it's with that author
Well,
in particular. Who are
mhm.
your, so instead of saying what's in your on your playlist, what's in your author
Right.
playlist? Who's in your author playlist? Five authors.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Five authors that I read, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. I feel like if I don't say their names, they're gonna jump me. So, Bella J, A Blossom, Emma Bash, well, who am I reading right now? I'm reading Blossom's book. Fuck. Um,
She said she would never.
she would. Um, Five authors. Oh, E. Bowser, Jacko J.
All right now. That's
Okay,
that's some fire ass authors. I'm just saying.
listen. Okay, and very and they all write different things. Okay, very very diverse over here within
But
my black
okay,
people.
okay. So what's your idea of urban fiction? Black literature. What's your idea? Because you know you, I'm sure you've heard the seen the videos where they was like, oh, urban fiction or black authors, they only write pedophilia or they write everybody's
Listen,
struggle love, and
my
what's
block
going on
button.
with you and how you feel
Okay.
about it?
For me, urban fiction is simply a book that, according to the definition, is a book that is placed in the city. That is the definition of an urban fiction book. Now, street literature, to me, is where we got them things, we blowing them things, we swerve and hit them corners, and it's hood shit going on. Okay, to me, that's street lit. Now, hey Q, hey babe. I feel like people who actually, there are so many amazing street lit books for the sake of the conversation, urban fiction, because that's what you know, urban fiction books, whatever. There's so many amazing books that don't have nothing to do with struggle love. Like the relationship between the female character and the male main character are actually the most beautiful thing about the story. The side things of what the characters do. Maybe the male main character, you know, maybe listen, maybe he's a kingpin and maybe that's just what he loves to do. But that doesn't have anything to do with how he's treating the female main character, or at least the books that I choose to read.
Right.
I read lots of urban fiction books, street lit books, and I don't like a mean male main character, and I'm not reading about a book where or reading where the female main character he dogging her out, and I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing that. I'm actually not reading none of that. Cheating trope. Don't ever send me a book with the cheating trope. Cause why would I? Niggas is getting cheated on in real life. Why do I want to read about it in the book? Mean men. Also, don't send me a book about a mean man because we have that in real life. I don't need that in my life. So that's how I feel about that. I feel like people just really need to shut up and stop talking about stuff that they don't understand. Because you put this stigma on these authors like, oh, it's pedophilia in here. It's always struggling, and I'm tired of the hood stories with the baby mamas and the da 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 da. But y'all going over read the shit over there in the other books. It with the white authors, they write about the same stuff. They literally write about the same stuff. Urban fiction and mafia romance, that's the same thing. It's the same genre. They're doing the same thing. They're selling the illegal substances. They have pum pum control. Um, there's a team. There's a boss. It's the same thing. Maybe he speaks Italian. Maybe he speaks
That's
French.
the
Okay,
difference. And the color of their
that's the difference.
skin, and it's a little bland.
And yeah, some of that stuff be worse. And it's like, hold on, where's the romance? Where the y'all? What you mean he locked her in the closet and she had to stay there for 20 days and 20 nights, and then they got married at the end of the book? No, I just no, thank you, no, thank you. So that's I be blocking people. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it. And I'm sorry if the people I'm blocked want to read my books. You just got to find the videos from somebody else because I can't. I can't. I don't need to see it on my timeline. Sorry.
But that's the thing. Just like if they don't like something, you have the right to scroll on, put the book down, DNF it, however you want to coin it. That's your right.
Okay, that is. I feel like these certain readers, they hold us to this impossible standard that they don't hold any other race to. And it's, black people, we have to be exceptional, we have to be amazing, we have to be top tier, we have to be all the way up here to the high heavens in order for them to even want to maybe read the book. And then when they read the book, they're judging it hard as fuck. And it's like, oh well, no, I'm not. I'm about to turn this off because there are too many spelling errors, or I hate when they write about this, and I hate. It's clear that you're anti-black and you don't want to read books by black authors, and that is okay. If you don't want
But
to read
that's your
black books
right.
by black authors, then just don't. And we're okay. We are okay because you shouldn't have to read anything that you don't want to, and
The
nobody's
thing is, that's okay. Just because I'm reading
exactly.
it, just because you may be reading it, and it might be a lot of buzz about it, it does not mean that that's something that you enjoy. And it's okay to move on. You don't have to
There's
bash
many books that
nobody.
I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm petty. I'll DNF a book if I don't like the name of the characters. That's and that's my God given right.
I'm
But
not
I'm
playing
not.
with you.
I'm never gonna be like, come on. Listen, I just I can't with with certain names in books, child. I just like okay. I don't have the mental capacities for this,
And but that's
and I go about my
okay.
business.
But that's the thing. That's
Right,
okay.
right.
Like
It's petty, but it's okay because that's fine. Because at any time in life, y'all come across these books and like, listen, I hate it. It's okay. I promise I'm not gonna be mad. It's all right. You can DNF it. You cannot want to read it. It's fine. It's okay. Like it's literally okay. And this is what I try to tell authors: don't be worried about the people who don't like your books. Worry about the people who do. Continue to nurture the people who do by responding back to comments and being sociable with the girls. Okay, like however way you want to interact with your readers, interacting with your readers, and in whatever capacity feels comfortable for you. But stressing yourself out over people who don't like your book, yeah, you're just gonna be stressed out. And who has time for that? Not me at all. I literally cannot be stressed out. It does not work for my life.
me neither.
Yeah.
And those that don't serve me, you know where you can go. Sorry. Um, and that's that. Got a couple more questions, and then we're going to let you pop your shit.
Okay.
All right, all right. Define, because this is becoming my favorite question.
Okay.
Define your idea of the great American novel.
Oh, my idea of the great
Your
American
idea,
novel.
not what society thinks. Your idea.
Hmm. That's a hard question. Okay, let me see. Ah, the great American novel. Mm. Okay, I would say a story where I don't know. Give me something that's life changing. I feel like give me something that give me a story about a underdog getting everything that they deserve in life. give me a story where the love is so raw and real that it makes me want to cry. Because I don't like to cry a lot with books. Well, cry a lot in life. So if I'm crying on this book, I'm really feeling it. Um, Give me a story that really allows me to empathize with the characters. Um, I don't know. I just
You
want
answered the
something
question.
that feels real. You know, like I love a just like a I guess a book that's like fluffy, you know, like maybe I need you. That's a fluffy read. Like it's chill, you know, there's no nothing. We're chilling. But like give me an emotional ass book. I love an emotional book that's really gonna take me through the ringer and that's gonna be like really just shake me to the core. That's what I want. Tear me apart and then build me back up again.
And see,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I like the emotion of it. I like the depth of a character when you can actually visualize the character in your own brain, the area, the background, the scene
Mm-hmm.
is popping. And if that's throughout the
Yeah.
whole book, you have me at hello.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You have me at hello. All right. Describe yourself in one word.
Fun.
I'm agree with that. I agree with that.
Listen, I like to have a good time. I like to have a good time all the time, actually. Um, so yeah, fun.
I'm gonna say fearless.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think I've become fearless. I have. I have. Very brave. You know, I I think I've been through a lot in life and I spent a lot of my life not really doing the things that I wanted to do because I was too worried about what other people thought about it and all that other crap. And now I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I am who I am and either you like it or you don't like it and you know,
That's your
that's
problem, not
okay.
mine. It's
Okay?
not your problem. It's their problem, not yours. You the one who got to live with it. I don't. I done moved on.
Yeah, because I'm still having a good time. Already having a good time. Doing, doing, doing what I want to do and how I want to do it.
Hmm. Name something everybody loves, but you hate.
Name some what?
Name something everybody
Oh,
loves that you hate.
mm, name something that everybody loves that I hate. Eggs.
You're not by you. I don't
I'm
hate
gonna.
them. They just don't agree with me.
I I hate eggs. I really do. I don't. I in every form. Why did I think that? Yeah, cause you know, in every form. I don't want no scrambled eggs. I don't want no boiled eggs. I just no, thank you. I've always despised eggs my whole life. And people are like, oh, like you get a little breakfast sandwich. What you put on a breakfast sandwich? Just whatever breakfast meat I got. I'm not putting no egg. I'm not putting no egg on my sandwich. So that's eggs. That's the only thing I can think of. On
Okay.
top of the
Okay.
dome.
Um, fill in the blank. Blank is life.
Music.
Okay. I thought you was gonna say dance, but music is life.
Dance would have been the answer if
I
I would
thought
have thought of dance.
I said I know she gonna say dance, but
Dance should have been the answer. But you know what? I'm dancing to that
music you
music.
gotta
So
have music so you can dance, or you
yeah,
don't. But
I'm dancing to that music.
exactly, exactly. All right, all right. My pen is
Powerful.
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Where do you see the Brianna Michelle brand in 5 years?
Ooh, okay. 5 years. The Finding My Way series will be getting adapted into a film. Um, I will be helping other authors publish their own books. I will be. I will have multiple. I don't even know how many books by then. Um, I I don't. I would be. I'm gonna say at the pinnacle of my success. To me, I don't need a lot. So when I do get my what I need, anything else that I get after that would just be a bonus.
Okay, that's good. I like it.
Thank
I
you.
like it. Um, what hates to see you coming?
Ooh, mm, what hates to see me coming? I should know what hates to see me coming. What does hate to see me coming?
Billy
Uh,
Ray said me.
you know what? Low self esteem hates to see me coming. Because one thing I'm not going to tolerate is somebody talking down on themselves, talking down on their abilities. Um, yeah, I'm gonna speak life into situations, speak life into people, and you can have a bad day, but we gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up. I'll
So
give
I
you
know
an
who to call when I'm feeling blue. I need you to talk me off the ledge.
listen, my friends know if you're on your sad girl shit and you need a laugh and a reality check, you can call me because everything is fine until it's not, and even when it's not, it will be fine. Like that is my life's motto. Everything is fine because like what? Hey girl, how else is it gonna be? Like I just feel like there's not a place that is too dark that you can't come out of, and find my way out of darkness. Okay, to spin it back, you can find your way out of whatever situation you're in.
And
So
that's the
yeah,
truth.
it
And
and
that
it, and
is the
it
truth.
and it is the truth. It
All
it
right.
absolutely is.
You ready to pop your shit?
I think so.
So where we gonna see you in 2025?
Ooh, I'm out. Oh, what's that song, bitch? We outside tonight. I'm gonna be outside this year, y'all. So much so that I'm probably gonna miss a lot when I start to name these events. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna try to go in order. What month is this? Mm.
This is March.
This is March. Okay, so I will be at there's a local event in Maryland. It is called what is it called? You know what? We're gonna skip past that one because I don't know what it's called. But I'm outside of Maryland at this authors event. I will be at the Black Romance Book Fest in May. Excuse me, May, June. I'm gonna be at another local event that I can't remember the name of right now. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be at the Literary Gem Awards. I've got nominated for an award, Best New Author. Turn up. The people must like me, child. July, August. Don't know where I'll be in August, but I will be somewhere. September, I'm gonna be at Romance Con in Milwaukee. Which I'm excited, but also a little nervous. So hopefully I'm gonna see some of y'all there because I don't know who lives in Milwaukee and near Milwaukee, but you should just come. In October, I'm going to be at Southern Hearts and Signed Kisses. And oh wait, I forgot. Let's go back. July, I'm going to be at the Boozy Book Tour in Virginia. But I'm like I'm missing some. I'm missing some. And that is it. I'm on the socials. And if you want to keep up with the Kardashians, then make sure you're following me and subscribe to my newsletter so that you can know what's going on. Because I missed I missed quite a few. But I'm be outside. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm excited. I said,
Not
okay.
that you keep it up with the Kardashians.
Good. Y'all gotta follow me so we can know what's going on.
And that's the truth. So make sure y'all follow her. And you're on what sites?
Yes, I am on over here. You can find me as authoress Bryanna Michelle on Instagram, I'm author Bryanna. No, over here I'm author Bryanna Michelle. On Instagram, I'm authoress Bryanna Michelle. On YouTube, I'm author Bryanna Michelle. You can find me on my website, BryannaMichelle.com. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And you can
Facebook,
buy your books where on what site?
you can buy my books on my website, www.BryannaMichelle.com. You can also
Or
find them on my TikTok shop. And I'm packaging up orders tomorrow. So if you want to, go
I'm
place an
going
order,
after this interview. I'm going to be buying books.
okay, period.
Period. I mean, and when I say I do what I say, so any author, if you know, like I was on Masterpiece Live, I'm trying not to do that again. But she said she only had one, like two books left. I was like in the middle of the interview. Hold on. Right.
Listen, okay, the urge that I am having to not buy these books from these authors because I'm going to see them this year and I would rather see them and get the books in person is very, very strong. Because I need Phil King's Masterpiece, please. I need that book. I just need all the books.
I will see her next week, but I want the box. I'm thinking, do I wait for the box or should I, or because I'm giving I'm doing that giveaway, do I buy the book and still buy the box? Do
Mm.
something. Do something with yourself, Nicole.
Buy the book and buy the box.
But guess what? That's probably what I'm gonna do. So
Period.
that might be a gift. That might be a giveaway.
Ooh, let me pay attention so I can I love free stuff. So
I'm just saying.
okay,
It don't cost
okay,
nothing.
you're thinking of me, and I
Just
want
join me. Just join me for my birthday. That's all you gotta do, and
to
do the
period.
little follow the directions. That's it.
I'm actually gonna do a giveaway next week that I need to. I'm actually doing two. So Bella, hold me accountable. That's my accountability partner. Someone on my TikTok, follow me on TikTok. She bought four copies of she bought the Finding My Way series, but she bought it
Mm-hmm.
twice, and she said I want to do a giveaway. And I was like, okay, sure. So I'm gonna do a giveaway of some physical books next week. I don't know what the rules are going to be. I don't have to. I don't know. I don't want to make the rules complicated. So maybe that's why I haven't made the video yet because I'm like, what the fuck what are the rules? Like she
The
doesn't
rules
have,
or whatever. Make sure they must follow you though.
well, okay, yeah.
They got to follow you.
Yes. And then I also, if you guys are in the Black Voices of Paranormal group on Facebook by Tessa Stone, Ella Medeiros, and Melanie Lynch, I'm doing a free giveaway of 24 hours over there in that group also next week. So it'll be an ebook because unfortunately I don't have any more paperbacks. Listen, I didn't know that the girlies the child was gonna eat that book up. So I only ordered 30 copies.
So you now know you need to order some more.
I ordered 50. They're on their way. They actually should be here next week. So maybe I could do a giveaway. Okay. We're gonna change that into a paperback. Cause might as well. But you have to be in that group. So if you are not in the Black Voices of Paranormal on Facebook, maybe go make yourself a little Facebook page and get over there if you want to win a giveaway that I need to open. And I'll probably do that on Monday because why not? Yeah.
Look, see, sometimes you just find stuff out when you over here on Nicole's land.
Mhm.
Nicole's land, somebody might give away something.
Mhm.
So if y'all interested in that book, I suggest you go make your Facebook page
Okay, listen. This is
and join the giveaway because that is look at that.
she's very pretty. I love a gorgeous girl on a cover.
Me too.
You
As
know,
soon as you get it, I think that please can you DM me so I can buy two copies
I will.
because I'm gonna give one away.
Ooh, come on, see? Cause sharing is caring.
Please DM me.
Okay, the girlies are doing it. They're doing it, and we
That's
love
part of
it.
my birthday giveaway.
Okay. Ooh, period.
That's next week. You'll have them by next week, right?
According to Amazon, they said between the 13th and the 15th. So
Let me know
I will let you know.
because
I
I
will.
might have to pay for overnight.
Okay. Okay. I'll let you know. I got you.
Okay. All right. Let me do some not housekeeping, but let's do some church announcements.
Okay.
Um my Bible, my my interview, my calendar. So uh thank you for coming on, but just hold on. So
Mm-hmm.
on Sunday I have Miss Jazzy at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
I have Cami on the
Mm-hmm.
12th at
Period.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll be at the Four Bs. With my cowboy hat, I will be finding a fan and a lasso because I'm gonna get me
Nice.
a cowboy.
Did you get your dance? Okay.
My uncoordinated ass is just gonna be with that fan. So I hope I
Okay.
don't hit nobody with it.
Listen, my fan is here because I know I use it in my video. It's big.
I'm just
Big.
saying, had I realized that I needed a fan before I left, because you do know I haven't been home since February 20th.
You said you wasn't home the other day on a live, but I like
I'm
hopped
still
in.
gone.
Okay.
I don't go home until March 17th.
Okay. You
Because
would have brought
it
the
didn't
fan
make
home.
sense. It didn't make sense for me to go to Tulsa, come to Atlanta, and leave Atlanta to go home to come back to Dallas. I needed to put my eyes on my sister, so why not stay here? I have my own room here.
We love that. We
So
love that. And that
I
makes
know my
sense.
dogs are not happy, but they have another owner.
Okay? You get to have a little mini vacation.
Exactly. So
Absolutely.
I'm here at my sister's, but I will be at Four B's next week. So 13th, 14th, 15th, I will be at the Four B's. Um, on the 19th, we have Bella J. First of all, I
Ooh.
got questions. Listen, somebody done borrowed my book, so I'm gonna have to buy another book, and I
What the
got a whole
hell?
attitude
You
about it.
want to borrow your book?
She asked me, and I said, "Listen, this is how I am with my books." So now I got to buy another book.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that book.
You can have that.
I'm sending my shit back, bent back with ears and dog. Nah.
Ah, I let my best friend borrow my book, but I let her borrow books that I ain't necessarily really care about. But I also told her, hey, don't do too much. Here's a bookmark. Here you go.
No, she can keep it. I'll
Oh,
buy
she
me
can put
another
it on
one.
her calendar.
Anyway, I'll be talking to Bella J on the 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on the 20th is my birthday.
Ooh,
Your girl gonna be double nickels.
period.
And I will be giving away 55 plus books. So if some books will be series that I'm giving away, they will
Period.
not be separated. It's whatever I have. So I know I have books 1 through 4 of the Crenshaw Kings. I
Ooh.
have a whole catalog from Shelley P. I'm giving away as one. Um, I have some product of the street stuff that I am thinking about donating.
Do you have doctor's orders?
I asked for it, so I haven't gotten a response.
Okay.
If she don't have it, she don't have it. I mean, I have, it is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
I have a copy for moi. I'm
Right,
not giving
right.
that up. But if I could score two or one or two, then
Listen, I just, you know what? I'm gonna make my way over there to her inbox and be like, "Hey, ma'am, I'm finna see you probably about 2, 3 times this year. Will you have any in person? That's all I need to know. Cause I can wait. That's all I need to know.
I'm just saying. I listen. The way I devour, and let me tell you something. Y'all know who my book husbands are, huh? I am a Wellington.
As am I. So I fear that we must be sister wives, and I'm okay with that. If you okay with that,
I guess I can do it.
okay.
I guess. I guess
Okay.
I can do it. I am a Santiago Wellington. I listen. I'm a Ezra Okafor, Santiago Wellington, and Nevin Law.
Well, okay.
So are we sister-in-laws or
We are
are
in
we?
laws.
We're in-laws.
We are in laws. So
Okay.
that actually makes it even better because hey, sister, sister.
So then I'm
We
good,
cool.
right?
Yeah, we good. We good together.
And then my book boyfriend is Shane Duncan. That is my book boyfriend.
What book is that?
Olivia Linden. Is it
The
Friends and
R&B
Lovers?
series. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's my book boyfriend. And everybody else I'm sliding with. I slide with everybody. Book
Okay.
Jezebel, I know it. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
I fear that maybe Donovan
He
shall be
might
added
slide up
to
in there.
that list. He's amazing. He's amazing. Hmm.
I mean, I always got room.
Y'all, can I vent?
What's wrong, Britt?
What? I'm fine if you fine. Whatever you
Okay.
do.
Before I bring you up, let me finish this. So, the 21st, I have M. Monique.
Hmm.
On the 23rd, I have Bonnie Blanco. On the 25th, I have Monica Walters. On the 26th, I have T. Lynn. On the 27th, I got El Kaysen. The 28th, I have R.L. Raintree. On the 30th, I have India T. Norfleet.
Mm,
And the 31st, I believe, I have S. Yvonne.
you are booked and busy. And we love that. We love that. Okay, because authors get yourself some podcasts. Start talking about your books. Come talk to the girlies. It's not as nerve wracking as it feels.
And
You
it's
know,
not, especially with me, because I'm very lax. This
yeah,
book
like
is a conversation between me and you.
we chilling
That just
hard.
happened to be in here.
Exactly, exactly.
So,
Getting on your.
anyway, that is it for me. Thank you so much for coming on,
Thank you for having me.
and I appreciate you. Please let me know if you get those two books. I mean, that book in, so I can buy two copies
Yes, ma'am.
because
I will.
I need that in my life. I need one for me and one to give away.
Okay.
And I have a few books I need to buy from you, so I'll be in your TikTok shop shortly.
Okay. Okay. Period. Absolutely.
And y'all make sure y'all follow my YouTube in the event that this app does go away, because from my understanding, they have not reached a deal by the date.
I can't think about that right now. That's gonna stress me out.
Right, but you have to. You have to. This is the time to get
Mm.
your readers where you are. You have a
Yeah,
website.
subscribe to that newsletter because I do have one.
Exactly, to make sure you stay up with her. So
Hmm.
let's do that. But if you're on other sites, make sure you're following her on Instagram. You're on Threads, right? Because I think I saw you on Threads.
Yes, ma'am. Listen, I'm everywhere I can be, everywhere I need to be. Yapping,
Right.
posting. I'm
That's
active
right.
on all the places.
So
Absolutely.
make sure y'all following us, but make sure you follow me specifically on YouTube, because this entire interview will be over on YouTube.
Let me, yeah, and tag me in it. Let me make sure I'm following. Let me get my laptop, put these books down, so I can make
Is
sure
it
I'm
author
following.
Brianna Michelle or authoress?
Author Bryanna Michelle. Let me make sure I'm following you on the tube. Okay, and I'm also newsy, so you kicking me off when Britt come up here to vent?
No, no, no. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let her come on here
I'll
right
be in the
now.
business.
You ready,
Okay.
Britt? I just want to make sure I got the business done first before we start with the foolishness and the man. Britt, she gone.
You got.
How
Oh
you
no.
gone? Hey, Shannon. So, but that's it for me today. Hey, Sister Harlem. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you.
More.
Y'all make sure y'all check out her catalog, because I'm about to dive in. Nicole's going on hiatus. She's going on vacation. So I think I've decided that my season one will end on June 29th, and it won't be back until September 5th.
You know what? Absolutely. You deserve a vacation. Okay? I too need a vacation. Don't know where I'm going. Hey, Kara. Don't know how long I'm going to go. But I, back to back releases, child.
That's work. But the thing is, this for me, it's not, I'm still working. I'm just working on other things.
And we love that. We love
'Cause
that.
guess
But
what I am?
there's always
A
something to
freaking
be done.
workaholic.
Me, you know what? My name is Bryanna Michelle, and I am a workaholic also.
Oh, sidebar. I bet you there's something that me and you have in common.
You say you bet there is?
I said there is something that we and you have in common.
Us being workaholics or something else?
Something else.
What is it?
Our middle names.
Oh! Mm-mm. Period. Okay, because listen, the way that my family has recycled middle names should be studied. The way black people have recycled Michelle, Marie, all those the M's of the middle names is crazy. My aunt, her middle name is Michelle. My cousin, middle name is Michelle. I mean, I love it over here. But please, can we can we get some new middle names?
Now we got a lot of Michelle's and Renee's.
Okay,
Renee and Michelle's. Those are our middle
Michelle.
names. Or some variation of Michelle or Rochelle or something like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Denise and Marie, exactly.
Hmm. And then on my daddy's side, it's a lot of Lynn's. Mays and
Mm,
Lynn's.
okay. Mm-hmm. They just say we just gonna keep it in the family. That's what we do. Okay, absolutely. My cat is playing with my mascara. Girl. Anyway, thank you so much for having
You're
me. It
welcome.
is I am having a good time, but y'all know I be in the bed. I be in the bed, and your girl has been up since 5 a.m. And unfortunately, I gotta work tomorrow. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've enjoyed my time.
And this will not be the last time.
I was about to say I do love to talk, so I ain't got no hair to flip, but I would like to come back.
Well, girl, by the time you see me again, I might not have no hair to flip either. Only because this is out of, and we get ready, we do this. We get
Sure.
ready, just up. So,
Okay. I mean, it still looks good.
thank you.
Yeah, listen, no problem. But all right, thank you so much, and good night, y'all.
Happy reading, y'all.